Speaking of government policy, here's a wacky idea by the South Korean government-funded agency. Girls starting school early could boost fertility rate. I see. The link you provided me isn't loading, which makes me feel like that might be hanging on, like we're not going to get any payoff. Here we go. Girls starting school early could boost fertility rate. State-backed agency report. Report suggests policy measures to help enhance sexual attractiveness. Okay. What? Propose sending girls to school early, assessing that it could make men and women more attracted to each other when they reach marriable age because, oh God, they want the girls to be younger than the guys in the same grade class. It's like 11th grade and it's like a 16-year-old boy and a 14-year-old girl, and this is literally like state mandated pedophilia. I've never seen anything like this. Holy shit. Kim, send more shit balloons. This is literally, is the implication here that they think the reason the fertility rate in South Korea is 0 because 14-year-old boys are unattracted to 14-year-old girls? What is going on here, man? Given how bad things seem to be with like men's issues in South Korea, my best take on this is that this is some effort to be like, I don't know, we need to boost young men's self-esteem by having all the girls be younger than them in the same grade. The guys will feel taller relative to the girls. It's like no longer will 11th grader young South Korean boys suffer the indignity of being slightly shorter than the girls in their class. Now there's like a slightly greater likelihood that they'll be equal height or taller. What party put it forward? That's the thing, dude. It's the Korea Institute of Public Finance. This shit, these are literally like accountants, and they're like, teacher, we have a solution. What if the girls were even younger? Thank you, Korea Institute of Public Finance. Yeah, they get all these accountants together and ask them for solutions to society's problems, and they use their arithmetic prowess to deduce the age of consent and what it should be. I'm this emoting so hard right now. Jesus Christ. Can you imagine how I'm gonna do it. Tiny dick energy. You have to be like, yeah, we're part of a government agency. Fertility rate is 0 because our society is crumbling and nobody cares anymore. I know it'll help. What if the girls were younger? Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's genuinely like sickening, man. Like, well, let's read on, I guess. Its suggestion is based on the perception that men are sexually attracted to relatively younger women. Okay. I'm gonna need to be real here for a second, okay? So this general lot, my understanding in America is that the average age difference between married couples is like 2 years, with the woman being the 2-year younger one, okay? So is there some broader social logic that people tend to think that like youth in women is attractive and people tend to do the silver fox thing with guys a little more? I think there's something there. I think that's socially constructed. I think it's damaging. I think it's dumb. But does it exist? Sure. But let me point this out. We are talking about elementary school. We're talking about beginning school earlier. Elementary school, middle school, high school. What absolute degenerate young boy in high school or whatever is like, no, the girls in my class are too old. What the f are you talking about? This isn't like a, oh, you're like 42 years old and you think the 30-year-olds you see at the bar are hot thing. You are both children. What are you talking about? But this isn't what kids are saying, mind you. This is what the adults at the Korea Institute of Public Finance are saying. Are you insane? The report, published in the section titled Support Policy for Successful Relationships, also noted that having the will to marry and date does not mean you will succeed in dating. The incel caveat. Stressing the government should devise policy measures for arranging meetings between men and women. Yeah, it's called having a better work culture and helping third places be constructed so they can meet at cafes. Like this is unironically true as long as you interpret it as good family policy, good work culture, good, like, well-designed cities. Like, yeah, that is your job as the state. Not like, what if we made sure all the girls that are in the classrooms look more like the Lolicon Genshin Impact guys that the guys in the class are collecting the gotchas on anyway, you know? You know, you have all these young Korean men looking up for their 3 foot nothing, like 5-star lolly waifus, and then they look at the girls in the real world in their classroom, in their 10th grade classroom, and they're like, man, I hate how these, again, Korean women are too tall. Imagine having that complaint. Oh yeah, man, I'm always thinking that when I go outside. Just, you know what would make life easier? What if Korean women were shorter? What are you talking about, dude? Jesus. I think they're picking the bear. I think this is another bear moment, guys. I think it's like, you know, you go up to a parent and you're like, hey, can we enroll your daughter, your like 5-year-old daughter, into school earlier so that all the boys in her classroom can find her more sexually attractive because she's younger than them? And the parent, I think, is going, no, I'd rather my child, my young daughter, be raised by bears in the forest. This is a certified bear moment. Kim Jong-un, send more shit balloons, please. Democratic Party of Korea Chairman Representative Lee Jae-myung on Monday joined the criticism of the proposal, lambasting it as an absurd solution. I'm glad to see this is being, like, robustly criticized, but it's too insane for me to not... Like, come on, man. Institute of Public Finance? It's not even, like, a random little... Like, this is like, that's like a proper government agency. Yeah, focus on, like, affordably raising children. We need to take fundamental and macro level measures against the low birth rate, he said, adding that a consultative body of ruling and opposition parties is essential for specific and major issues. Amid growing concerns over credibility of the state-funded report, the KIPF said the author's report does not represent the institution's official stance concerning government birth rate. Wait, how does it work over there? You're not like a paper that accepts other submissions to republish. You're a government agency. What do you mean you put out an analysis that isn't representative of your organization? I think they're lying. I think that everyone over there at the Korea Institute of Public Finance was like, yeah, dude, the girls should be younger. Send it. And they sent it out there and everyone criticized it and they were like, oh, hold on there, guys. Now you know, we're not responsible for everything that gets put out from our org. This is very much a publishing versus platform distinction here, and this is publishing. Which country has worse problems? I think South Korea's versions of these problems is actually worse than Japan's, crazy enough. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Not good. South Korea has 1/2 the birth rate of Japan. Yeah, and Japan's not doing great in that regard itself. North Korea did, in fact, send a further 600 balloons. That's nice.